Hi guys, and welcome to speech to text tutorial developed using Visual Studio. Let me show you guys how this works. I'm going to click on the reset button. There we go. And I'm just going to click on convert to speech and say something. Welcome guys. This is a speech to text tutorial developed in Visual Studio. See that? This is a speech to text tutorial developed using Visual Studio coding. There we go. Now that you guys see how that works, I'm going to clear, exit out, and let's start a new project entirely. Confirm if you want to exit. You can always say no, or you click on yes to exit out. Goodbye. There we go. Now let's come straight here and select file. What we want is to click on the Python, and in there let's import as follows. Import, click enter. I'm going to import that as a TK. So which means whatever I refer to will be known as TK. So the next thing I'm going to import will be, let's import speech underscore recognition. There we go. That is it right there. And that's going to be imported. I'm going to call it as SR. Now I'm going to then import the message because I do need a message box in there. So from enter, I will now want to import the message box. There, accept that. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to now declare a function. I will call that speech to text. There we go. I'll come right down here and I'll create a local variable in there. I'm going to call that R, and I'll say R equals R SR dot. Let's use the recognizer. Enter parentheses. Now the next thing is I'll say with SR, and I want you to make use of the microphone. And enter parentheses there as source. So whatever goes in that microphone will be my source. Enter column. Now let's use a try. This try, the whole idea is to undo whatever error that I might run into. So I'm going to say audio, that will be equals R dot. I want you to listen. And what are you listening to? That will be this source here. Can just paste that in here. There we go. Now I'm also going to create a widget. This widget is going to, I'll just call it txt speech. Okay, so let's call that speech. Though this widget is not officially created, but I'm going to need it. So I'm going to say that is going to be, and I want to insert some value into that. Well, let's first of all say dot insert. Let's say take enter dot to the end, comma, text. Let's say plus, and I'm going to enter a carriage return. There we go. You can see it's underlined because it's not defined yet. And look here, the text is not defined. Let's create a text in here. Let's say text. That is going to be equals R dot recognize. And I'd like that to recognize Google Audio. Yeah. Get rid of the cloud. That should be just Google Audio. There we go. All right. Now the next thing we want to do is, since we have a try, let's enter exceptions in there. Let's say except. Get that indented. Yeah. That will be SR dot unknown value error. So If it's not known, I want you to just display the following. So I'm going to say this very text. I want you to insert end. Just grab hold of that and just paste that in here. But that's not going to work because I haven't created my text box yet. So I'm going to create that in a minute. So in here, so I'm just going to enter the error message in here. Let's say error message. Get rid of that. So my error message in there is going to be as follows. Let's say could not understand audio. Okay, could not understand audio. That's my error message. I'm going to create another one for the error message as well. So that's going to be the error handler itself. So copy this and just paste it right underneath here. There. And this, instead of unknown value, I'm going to change that to dot request. That will be request error. There we go. That's it right there. Okay. Request error, and I'm going to assign a variable to it as E. Now, whatever error that is popped out, let's enter it in here. Let's say error. And this very error is going to be directly from within the system itself. Let's say the very first one, 0. Coily braces, enter coily braces in there. Then here we now have a carriage return. Then out here, after the end of the carriage return, we say dot. We want you to get formatted. Format E. There. Okay, so all of that is taken care of. But look in here, you see, this my text widget, because I haven't declared that. That's why I'm still having that error. I might as well just take care of that now. Come right here, just enter txt speech. That is going to be equals tk dot text widget. If you notice, the error is gone. So in here now, where is it going to be resident? I'm going to call it main. We just take care of that. Mainframe. Mainframe is not created neither. But I just don't want that error anymore. It's annoying. I'm going to create mainframe as well. Put that in here. Mainframe, that is going to be equals tk dot frame. There we go. Mainframe is there as well now. Now that very mainframe, I'm going to get that rounded up dot pack. I will have to come back to the mainframe. I just don't want the annoying errors. Okay, now come in here. I am now going to specify my font size for this text box. Oh, let's first of all, yeah, why not? Font size. Let's say font, no, lowercase. Font that is equals, I'm going to be using area, so I'm going to go for area. Let's make that about 30 and make that bold. That should be bold. Right, what about the width? Now let's say the width that we're going to settle for, I'm going to make that about maybe 68. 68, or let's go for 70. Might as well round it up. 70. And height, I'm going to make that about 13. Okay. And we just need to get it packed now. Come in here, get that packed. This should be, let's be consistent with that, make that lowercase. And get this packed as well. There we go. So the text box is packed. Now let's finish up with this frame here. In fact, this frame I might as well create another one. I'm gonna need about 2. Okay, this is our first frame. I can call this root frame. Yeah, root frame, why not? And root frame is going to be housing mainframe. There we go. And root frame is going to be a child of root. There. Very good. Now, let me round up root in here. Root dot main loop. There we go. Root is rounded up as well. But maybe I should just let's create root in here first. Root that is going to be tk dot tk. So that is root. And if you want, you can also add a title. Let's say dot title. And that is going to be, we just say speech to text. There we go. There. Now, all those errors that keep appearing are gone. We now have our root in place. We have root frame is a child of the root itself. And here, now let's specify the width and the height. So I'm going to copy all of this. And right here, paste that there. Comma, I'm going to say BG, that would be equals maybe 20. Yeah, that's fine. Have 20 there. Now let's go for the width. I'm going to make that width about maybe 1,000. And here, height. What about the height? What should I make the height? I'm just having a guess now. I can make the height maybe about 600. And just copy all of that. So this is the mainframe. The mainframe is a child of the root. Now, sorry, this is the root frame, it's child of the root. Mainframe is a child of the root frame. So come right here, paste that in here. So let's reduce this by, we can call this 960. And this one, we can make that 5, maybe 580. And not this one 980 as well. Okay, so get rid of that. And that's taken care of. So before I go any further, let me save this project first. Let's come right here and just save as. Yeah, I'm going to call that Paul because this is for my second channel. Here we go. And let's try and just run it and see. If there's any error, we take it from there. Very good. Look at that. Okay, that's our interface. Now I'm going to do one thing. I need to enter maybe a text, something up there. So let's create a label. Right here, I'm going to call it LBL title. And the LBL title, that is going to be equals tk dot label. And is going to be a child of mainframe. Paste that right there. I need the following. Grab all of these. I'm going to define width as well. So grab this. Yeah, just the width. Grab all of that and just paste it right here. Okay, the width. I can make that maybe about 20. Yeah, 20 might do. 20. Okay, what else do we need? We need the text. Whatever text I enter in on it, I'm going to copy this. This is the text I intend to use anyway. Copy that and come right here. Enter text equals that. So that is done. What else do I need to do? I'm going to run it first if there's any other thing. But first of all, let's run this up here. And just paste it right underneath here. Dot pack. Okay, let's run it and see how that's going to look like. If there's any changes, look at that. But that text is too small. Let's increase the font of that text to maybe 90. Now run. There we go. Very good. Now, if you notice, there's no difference between this and this. I think I'm going to come right here and just say BG, that is equals cadet blue. Just enter a color to that. Right. Now, let's see what's going to happen. There we go. You see that color? Very good. All right, that is done. Now we now need to find a way to call this function. But before then, let's create buttons. So the button would be the executor. Let's come right down here. I'm going to call that btn convert. That will be equals tk dot button. And tk dot button is going to be a child of main as well. So let's grab all of main. Oh, we need a font as well, so I might also grab all of this. Paste that there. Okay, we have that. Then what else? We need the width and maybe the height. So grab all of this. There we go. The width of that button, I'm going to make it maybe 20. Height, maybe 2. Comma. Text. I'm just going to call this text convert. There. All right, that's good. So that is done. So let's run this button up first. Paste dot pack. And I'm just going to ask it to be on the left hand side. So let's say side that is equals left. There. And let's add a bit of space in there. Let's see, maybe that's just lowercase left, something like that. Okay. Comma. And let's pack it X. That would be 5. Okay. I'm going to run that. I just want to see how that's going to look like. The button should appear right underneath here. That is the button. Okay, look at the button there. All right, that's good. So let's copy these buttons. For the other 2 buttons, I'm going to need one for reset and one for exit. So let's call this one exit. And call this exit as well. This is going to be reset. And we have a reset here. There. Okay, they should be on the side, on the left hand side. So let's come in here and say reset, and this one will be exit. Exit. I'm going to run it. I just want to see how that's going to look. There we go. Look at that. All right, we just need to move this up a little bit so that you guys can see. That's it. Okay, looking good. We may have to add a bit of more space in here because there's excess room here. So let's just maybe make that about 10, 10 and 10 here, and another 10 here. That should do the trick anyway. All right, since the conversion button is taken care of, we might as well just call this very function there and just give that a try and see. Grab hold of that function, come right down here, button convert. There we go. And right here, put a comma, enter command, and the command equals that. So if the function works, we should be able to see some data. Whatever I say should be displayed on the text. Okay, have a good look at the function before I run it. So let's click on run. So I will have to select this very button first. Let's move this up. Let's click on convert. Hi guys, this is a speech to text tutorial developed using Python. There we go. Look at that. It's working. Hi guys, this is a speech to text tutorial developed using Python. You see, and it's very, very accurate. That's why I love doing it in Python. It's very good. Now close that. We now need to create function for exit and function for reset. So we can just come right underneath here as well. Let's let all the functions be exactly in the same position. So that is it. So the exit would be let's say function, we call that exit system. Let's say exit speech. There we go. In the case of exit speech, function exit speech, we're going to first of all declare as follows. Let me call that I exit equals message box dot ask question. There, that's it. And what question would you like me to ask? First of all, let's enter the title. So the question is going to be, let's just say confirm. That's it. Confirm if you want to exit. That is the question that you'll be asked. Let's put an X to it, a question mark. That's the question you'll be asked. So now the next thing we want to do is let's use an if statement. If I exit equals yes. So what do we want the system to do? If I exit equals yes, that should be in a single quote. Now I want the system root.destroy. That's all we want it to do. So right underneath here, let's correct this. If I exit equals, that should have been equals because it has to compare the value, and there should be a column here as well. Okay, now come right down here. All we then need to do is we display a message box as well. Yeah, grab hold of all of these and paste it right underneath here. Message box does display the following information. It's not asking question now, it's just displaying an information. Dot, that will be show information, show info. And what information? Just say goodbye. There. That will be the title. Or we can just say No, it doesn't have to be the title. Cut that off and just call it speech to text. Yeah, goodbye is fine. That's fine. Okay. You can always change that to whatever you want. So let's say exit speech. Yeah. Exit speech. That's the title. There. Now we need to now end that by saying root dot destroy. Enter parentheses. And there we go. So the next one we want to take care of now is the reset. So come in here and just enter the reset function. So I'm just going to call that reset speech. In the case of reset speech, all we need to do is to get rid of this, whatever we have inside the text box. So copy that, come right down here, paste that in there. Whatever you have inside the text box, that should be dot delete, and we're deleting everything anyway from 1 dot to 0, comma, up to the end of text. And that's it, done. So all the functions are now in place, but we need to call these functions inside each button. Copy that, come right down here, button exit. In here, I'm going to just say comma command equals exit. There. That's the first one. The second one is the reset. Grab hold of the reset. Come right down here. Where's reset? Right here. Comma command equals reset. There, guys, all done. So I'm going to run it and let's see how that's going to look like. Okay, bring it down. There we go. Now let's go to run. There we go, guys. Click on exit. No, that works. Exit. Goodbye. Very good. Now run it again. We now need to add some data by speaking onto the system. Okay, now let's click on convert. Hello guys, and that's how you create your own speech to text tutorial using Visual Studio Code and using Python programming language. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. There we go, look at that. And everything is very, very accurate. All that I said is right there. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial, and please do subscribe to this my channel, and you can also join to become a member of this channel. So let's check out the reset button and make sure that works. There we go. Click on that. Guys, the reset button works too. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say bye for now. You all have a nice day now.